I'm just a girl standing in front of a boy asking him to love me. Now that... What do you mean? What? Wrong film? Notting Hill. I'm reviewing Notting Hill, yeah? Marry Me? Oh yeah, easily confused. Don't worry. I'm reviewing the movie Marry Me. Let's get into it. Yeah, so Marry Me has just opened. It's a rom-com, new rom-com that's just come out. It's rated 12A. It runs for 1 hour and 52 minutes. Now, this film is directed by Cat Coiro, who she hasn't really done too much, but she's directing the new She-Hulk TV series. She's done some work on Modern Family, and she's directed some other stuff. The movie stars Jennifer Lopez as Kate Valdez, Owen Wilson as Charlie Gilbert, John Bradley as Colin Calloway, Sarah Silverman as Parker, and Chloe Coleman as Lou Gilbert, Owen Wilson's daughter. So this film is, like I said, it's a romantic comedy, and it is very familiar. It is Notting Hill, essentially. Basically, you have Jennifer Lopez playing Kate Valdez, who's this massive, big rock star, music. Jennifer Lopez, basically, and she's due to marry this guy called Bastion, and they're due to marry on stage, live in front of, about 20 million people watching, and she's going to be singing this song they co-wrote together called Marry Me. Only, as it's about to go off, she finds out that Bastion has cheated on her with her assistant, and thusly, the wedding is cancelled. But while she's there explaining this to the audience that this isn't going ahead, you have Owen Wilson in the audience. He's taken his daughter along at the assistance of his best friend, Parker, Sarah Silverman. And she's got a sign that says "Marry Me" on it. But she's given it to him a few minutes before. And Jennifer Lopez zooms in on him and calls him out of the audience. And in this bizarre moment of fluke of fate, they get married there and then. Now, John Bradley plays Jennifer Lopez's, Kate Valdez's manager in the film, and he explains that if we utilise this and we see it out for a couple of months and then have it fizzle out, it could work to their benefit for her and for her career and this sort of a thing. And thusly sets on this path of Owen Wilson having to join her on photo shoots, photo opportunities, on interviews and this sort of a thing. And so he gets to see a part of her life, but then that turns on its head and she then sees some of his life and this sort of a thing, and you can see where the film's going. It's pretty damn predictable. It's a romantic film, it's a Valentine's film, so you do know where it's going to go. I won't say no further about the plot than that, but yeah, so my thoughts on this. So I was intrigued. This film sort of come out of nowhere. I know nothing about it. I hadn't seen a trailer, not seen a thing. I thought, you know what, I'm going to watch it. I like Owen Wilson. I think he's a very likeable actor, a very likeable person. He's good in anything he does, even though he's pretty much just Owen Wilson. Jennifer Lopez, I can sort of take or leave. I don't particularly like her music or anything like that. And I've seen her in other films, obviously, and I don't sort of... aren't drawn towards her because she's in a project. Primarily, I watched this because Owen Wilson was in it. John Bradley, like I said, he stars as the manager for Kate Valdez, and seen him recently in Moonfall, just a few days ago, and he's garnering out a pretty good career for himself, and he was very good in the film also. Owen Wilson is as enjoyable as ever. He's as great as ever, and his chemistry with Jennifer Lopez is spot on. It's really good. And Jennifer Lopez is very likeable in this film and does a fantastic job at playing Kate Valdez, although I'm pretty sure it's not too difficult for her to play this sort of lifestyle, because it's probably the lifestyle that she lives anyway. It is the lifestyle that she lives. Come on, let's get on with it. Sarah Silverman is essentially there as the best friend of Owen Wilson's character. Owen Wilson is a maths teacher within the film, and so there's elements of the film where Jennifer Lopez's character goes to the school and meets the children and all this, and meets his daughter, and do you know what I mean? And relationships are formed. So that the film is like I said, it is pretty much Notting Hill. It's like a remake of Notting Hill, but done from a different perspective. A few things twisted on its head, but a thoroughly enjoyable film nonetheless. Now, I love Notting Hill. It's one of my favourite sort of romantic comedies. So I was intrigued to see this, even though I could see exactly what was going to happen, and the outcome is pretty much the same. Yes, it's a classic love story for the ages. Now, I did feel at the very beginning of the film that I was watching two different films: the pop stuff with Jennifer Lopez, and then the stuff with Owen Wilson. The stuff with Owen Wilson, when they were separated, felt very much like another Owen Wilson film. Not anything in particular, just a different sort of film. It was in two different films, but their worlds combined, and it was an enjoyable 1 hour and 52 minutes. This film isn't boring. It's somewhat cliche in its writing, yes, and like I said, it is predictable. You know where this film's going to go, but even though you know the destination, the journey you take is enjoyable nonetheless. Girl meets boy, boy meets girl, boy fall in love. They have a bit of a drifting apart, come back together again, and that's pretty much how the film goes. It comes away, you feel good coming away from it. It's a fairy tale film, it's a fairy tale ending. It's never going to happen, this sort of a thing. It doesn't, but it was a very enjoyable film nonetheless. The music within the film was done by John Debney. Not that there was anything overly outstanding about the tune. Now, John Debney's worked in a lot of music departments. He's worked in Iron Man 2, the music department. He scored the music for Loki. He recently scored the music for The Conjuring, Devil Made Me Do It. But, and the name rings a bell. I know some of his work, but there's nothing within the film that stands out. All I can say is that the two primary characters, they're very good, they're very likeable, and they play off of each other very well. Owen Wilson and Jennifer Lopez do have great chemistry on screen, and that's what makes the film work. Not only that, other individuals in the film around them, their chemistry works well. Also, not as good as Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts in Notting Hill, but this is like Notting Hill for a new generation of people, shall we say. But yeah, so anyway, so a positive review from me. I very thoroughly enjoyed it. It is a film I would consider watching again sometime soon. It was a nice film, and I had a good time with it. There's nothing really negative I can say about it. I've had a wonderful time watching this movie. Anyway, that is it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that review, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below on your thoughts on this movie. Yeah, did you like it? Did you hate it? Have you seen it? Are you going to see it? I'm sure a lot of couples will be going to see this over the Valentine's week, which is this week coming. Anyway, this is AJ. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Take care all and goodbye.